Hey everybody, Aquilon here. A pleasant good afternoon to you wherever you may be, or evening if you're on the East Coast. But we're on the West Coast today in LA as the Giants come into Dodger Stadium as the Dodgers begin a 12-game homestand, freshly off of their 9-game road trip. Dodgers, let's see here, stand at 5-7 on the season. In real life at this point, they were 9-3, so big difference there. Mike Caldwell will toe the rubber for the Giants today. Caldwell was 14-5 that year with an excellent 2.95 ERA. Don Sutton will be the man on the mound for the Dodgers. Just finishing up my lunch. I made a smoothie. Hello, Simon. And we'll give you the Giants lineup here in just a moment. Bobby Bonds will be leading off and playing right field. Mike Phillips, second base, bat second. Gary Maddox will be in center, batting third. Many of you might remember the Sparky Anderson quote when Maddox is with the Phillies in the mid-70s. Anderson said, 2/3 of the earth is covered by water, the other third is covered by Gary Maddox. Steve Ontiveros is in the cleanup spot at third base. Gary Matthews in left bats fifth. Gary Thomason will be at first base. Chris Spires, the shortstop. Dave Rader will be catching and batting eighth. And of course, Caldwell, the pitcher, bats ninth. So we're almost set to go here now, the 13th game of the 1974 season. The Dodgers and the Giants, the classic rivalry, and there goes a dice. Oh my goodness. Haven't even got started. I lost a dice. Anyway, as I was saying, a classic rivalry that usually packs them in. It looks like we have a near capacity crowd for today's game. Sutton's completed his warm-up tosses as Bobby Bonds steps in, and here we go with the first pitch of the game. That's a 2-8 against the righty. Double to 11. That's into the gap in left center. Win over to cut it off. Whoops, 2-8. God darn it. Sorry, folks. I beg your pardon. 2-8 against the right-handed pitcher is, of course, a strikeout. I was looking at 5-8. Okay, let's get our head in the game. Who is Zorro? Oh, gotcha. I get it now. Mike Phillips steps in, known in some circles as Zorro. And Sutton's ready. He gets the sign from Ferguson, winds and deals. That's a 3-4 against the right-handed pitcher. Liner right at Garvey. So quickly 2 away in the first inning, and that will bring up Gary Maddox. Sutton ready now. Into the windup and delivery. That's a 3-7 against the right-hander, and he struck him out. So a 1-2-3 inning for Sutton. He struck out 2, and at the end of half an inning, no score. Testing out some new equipment today. Changed the lighting a bit and the microphone. So hopefully we've cleared up those dropouts that have been occurring in the last few games. I'll give you the Dodgers lineup here against the left-handed Caldwell. Lopes in the leadoff spot at second. Tom Paciorek will be playing left field today and batting in the 2 spot. Jimmy Wynn third and center. Ron Say the cleanup man. Steve Garvey, the first baseman, has moved up to the 5 spot for today's game. Willie Crawford bats 6th. Joe Ferguson, the catcher, 7th. Bill Russell, the shortstop, 8th. And, of course, Sutton, the pitcher, batting 9th. Caldwell about ready now. Gets the sign from Rader, and here's the first pitch. That's a 6-7 against the righty. Pop up, left side. That's going to be on to Veros, and he puts it away for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Tom Pashorek. Caldwell, the windup, and the pitch to Pashorek. 3-6 against the left-handed pitcher. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So Caldwell fans Pashorek, and there are 2 away. With 2 out, Jimmy Wynn will be the batter. Caldwell ready now, into the windup, and here's the pitch. 3-10 against the left-handed pitcher. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So Caldwell makes short work of the Dodgers in the bottom of the first. And through 1, no score. Sutton getting ready now, as Steve Ontiveros steps in to lead off the second inning. Ontiveros, a switch hitter, batting left-handed against Sutton. Sutton gets the sign from Ferguson, and the crowd's excited about something. Must be a beach ball loose in the left field pavilion. And here's the windup and the pitch to Ontiveros. 4-10 against the lefty. Liner speared by Say. So a line drive out, and there's 1 away. That'll bring up Gary Matthews. Matthews, a right-handed hitter, batted .287 that year with 16 home runs. Sutton ready now. Winds and deals. The pitch, 4-5 against the right-handed hitter. Fly to center field, Wynn ranging to his left, and puts it away. So with 2 down, that'll bring up Gary Thomason. Thomason, a left-handed batter. N power against lefties, but W power against right-handed pitching, which is kind of the opposite of what you would think. And that's what it says. So we'll go with that. Sutton winds and deals. 2-11 against the righty. Pop out, right side. Garvey's got it. And another 1-2-3 inning. So it's a pitcher's game so far here at Dodger Stadium. Of course, Dodger Stadium and pretty much all of the West Coast parks, always known as pitchers' parks. And so far, this game is no exception. Okay, Mike Caldwell has completed his tosses. Ron Say will step in to lead off the second. One moment. Okay, sorry about that. We're back. Bottom of the second, Ron Say to lead it off. Mike Caldwell into the windup, and here's the pitch to Say. 4-2 against the righty. Tapper back to the mound. Caldwell's got it. Flips over to Thomason, and there's quickly 1 away. Garvey will be the batter now. Caldwell winds and deals, and the pitch to Garvey. 4-10 against the righty. Third base, ground ball X. That's going to be Ontiveros. He's a 4. The roll is a 17. And he makes the play. So that'll go down as 5-3-X in our scoring, and there are 2 away. That'll bring up Willie Crawford, the left-hander. The only left-hander in the Los Angeles lineup today. Caldwell ready now. The windup and the pitch to Crawford. 5-7 against the lefty. Grounder to short X. That's Spire, he's a 2. The roll is a 2. And that squirts through for a base hit. That's the first hit on the first base runner of the ball game. And with 2 away, we'll bring up Joe Ferguson. Caldwell, a look over at Crawford. From the stretch, the pitch to Ferguson. 6-3 against the righty. First base X, ground ball. That's Thomason. He's a 3. The roll is a 1. That could be trouble. It's a single with a 2-base advance. So that gets by Thomason and goes down the line. Thomason should have had that, but they're going to rule it a single. Crawford scoots into third, and we have runners on the corners with 2 away. And Bill Russell will be the batter now. Russell batted .269 that season. Caldwell checks his runners. From the stretch, delivers. That's a 1-2 against the lefty. Tapper back to the mound. Caldwell snares it. Tosses over to first to retire the side. So no runs in the second, 2 hits, 2 men left. And we go to the third inning scoreless. Take a drink of my smoothie. I've been enjoying these smoothies. I got one of those magic bullets. I tell you, that thing will grind up anything. Hopefully I don't get dinged for making a commercial here or something to that effect, because that's not what I'm trying to do. All right, Sutton set Chris Spire to lead things off here in the third. The wind-up and the pitch to Spire. 4-9 against the right-hander. Ball 4, he walks him. So a lead-off walk to Spire, who's a D stealer. No threat to steal. 1 through 14 runner, pretty solid. That'll bring up Dave Rader, the catcher. Rader's a left-handed batter. Sutton checks Spire. From the stretch, the pitch to Rader. 3-8 against the righty. Grounder down to short. Russell has it. Flips to Lopes and on to first to complete the double play. So a 6-4-3 double play erases the runner, and that will bring up Caldwell. Caldwell's a right-handed batter. Not all that unusual. A lot of left-handed pitchers are. And he's one of them. Sutton the windup and the pitch to Caldwell. That's a 4-11 against the righty. That's right field X. That's Crawford. He's a 3. The roll is a 3, and he makes the catch. So no runs, a walk, no one left. We go to the bottom of the third, still scoreless. Okay, we're set to go here now. Caldwell ready. Gets the sign from Rader. The wind-up and the pitch to Sutton. 2-10, swung on and missed strike 3. So Caldwell makes short work of Sutton here. And that'll bring up Davey Lopes. Mike Caldwell gets the sign, the windup, and the pitch to Lopes. That's a 6-6 against the right-handed hitter. Base hit into left field. So Lopes aboard with a single. He's a double-A stealer, which is 1 through 17 not held. They'll have to hold him on, which will make him a 1 through 15. And Tom Paciorek steps in. Caldwell checks Lopes, comes to the plate. There goes Lopes. 19, he's thrown out. Raider guns him at second. So that'll go as a caught stealing Lopes. 2 away, nobody on, and that'll bring Paciorek still up there. Caldwell into the windup now, delivers to Paciorek. 4-2 against the right-hander. Another comebacker. Caldwell snares it and throws him out. Okay, what did I do here? Lopes had the single, was forced, caught stealing. So that's no runs, a hit, nobody left. At the end of 3, we're still scoreless. The Giants will have the top of the order here in the 4th. Bonds, Phillips, and Maddox. Sutton ready now, gets his sign from Ferguson. The windup and the pitch to Bonds. That's a 4-6 to the right-hander. Grounder to short X. Russell a 3. That's a 17, and he makes the play. So that'll go as 6-3X, and Mike Phillips steps in. What did Phillips do that year? He batted .219. Kind of makes you wonder what he was doing batting in the number 2 spot, doesn't it? Again, I'm using the actual lineups for each game from Baseball Reference. Sutton ready now. The windup and the pitch to Phillips. That's a 3-8 against the right-hander. Fly to right field, Crawford ranging to his right a few steps and puts it away. So there's 2 away. I just wanted to check something here. Since I have my computer right here. Okay, 2 away, and it's Gary Maddox. Sutton winds and deals on the pitch to Maddox. 2-5 against the right-hander. Base hit up the middle. So Maddox on, he has some speed. He's an A, 1 through 15. He'll have to be held on, which will make him a 1 through 13. And Ontiveros will be the batter. Sutton will look over at first from the stretch and the pitch. 4-12 against the lefty. Comebacker. Sutton's got it. Tosses it over to Garvey to retire the side. So no runs, a hit, 1 left. I think that's 4 comebackers we've had in this game so far. Worm killers. I remember Maury Will saying that. I go up there, I want to kill some worms out there. Jimmy Wynn will lead off the bottom of the 4th. Caldwell's finished his warm-ups. He's ready to go now as Wynn steps in. Caldwell gets the sign from Raider, the windup, and the pitch. That's a 1-3 against the left-hander. Grounder to short. Spire's got it over to Thomason, one away. That'll bring up Say. Mike Caldwell, the windup, and the delivery to Say. 1-6 against the lefty. Grounder down to third. Ontiveros has it and fires across for the second out of the inning. With 2 away, that'll bring up Garvey. Caldwell ready now. Winds and deals on the pitch to Garvey. 1-4. Fly ball to left field. That's Matthews. He's got it. And an easy 1-2-3 inning for Caldwell. What a pitcher's duel, huh? Scoreless through 4. Wow. This is nuts. 4 comebackers. 3 or 4 X-chart plays. Moving along to the 5th. Sutton's completed his throwing, and Matthews steps in. Sutton winds, and the pitch to Matthews. 4-7 against the righty. Struck him out. So Matthews down on strikes, and that'll bring up Gary Thomason. Sutton looking in at the lefty. The windup and the pitch. 6-8, base hit up the middle. So that's a single for Thomason. He's a B stealer, 1-13. Got Rader and the pitcher. They're going to hold him on. Spire will hit away. Sutton checks his runner now, and from the stretch, the pitch to Spire. 2-9 against the righty. Base hit into right. That's an open hit. Crawford's a -1. Thomason a 1-14. That makes him a 1-13 to go to third. With 1 out, he's got to do it. He's in there. So Spire singles to right. Thomason grabs the extra base and winds up on third. And we've got runners at the corners with 1 away. That'll bring up Dave Rader, the left-handed hitting catcher. Infield will be back at double play depth. Sutton checks his runners, and from the stretch, the pitch to Rader. 6-7 to the left-handed hitter. Swung on and missed strike 3, and that was a huge strikeout by Sutton with the pitcher on deck. So 2 down now. And Caldwell the batter. Remember, Caldwell's a right-handed batter. Sutton from the stretch and the pitch to Caldwell. 5-8 against the righty. Caldwell gaps it into the gap for a double. That's the left center gap. By the time Wynn picks it up, 1 run is in. Spire can try to score. He is a 14. Bashorek is 0, 1-14. He's coming. And he's in there. A 2-run single. A 2-run double for Caldwell, the pitcher. Holy cow. So we've got 2 away, Caldwell on second, 2-0 Giants. Ferguson starts to come out to the mound, and Sutton waves his arm like, yeah, I know, whatever. I got it. Bobby Bonds steps in. Let's see what Bonds did that year. 256 with 21 home runs. Not one of the best Bobby Bonds years, but certainly respectable. And still a power threat. Sutton from the stretch and the pitch to Bonds. 6-7, struck him out. So that'll retire the side, but not before 2 runs come in on 3 hits and leave a man. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. San Francisco 2, Los Angeles nothing. Mike Caldwell taking a little extra time here. He had to put his jacket away after standing out there on second base after that double. In fact, I'll take a short break to get some coffee since my other thing's finished. And we're back. Bottom of the fifth, 2-0 Giants. Willie Crawford will be leading things off. Mike Caldwell gets the sign from Raider, the windup and the pitch. 3-5, ball 4. Crawford's aboard on a base on balls to start off the bottom of the fifth. And that'll bring up Joe Ferguson. Caldwell checks his runner, and from the stretch, the pitch to Ferguson. 5-5 against the righty, double into the center field gap. That's an open double. That's Maddox, he's a -2. Crawford a 1 through 16, 1 through 14. They're going to hold him up. So Crawford will hold at third on the double by Ferguson. And with no one out, that brings up Bill Russell. Caldwell checks his runners, gets the sign from the stretch. 6-5, fly ball to center field C. So Maddox has that. I'm pretty sure that's runners do not advance. Runners hold. So not deep enough to score Crawford. And there's one away. That'll bring up Don Sutton, the pitcher. Caldwell from the stretch and the pitch to Sutton. 1-9, swung on and missed strike 3. So Caldwell needs one more to get out of this jam, and that'll be Davey Lopes. Caldwell checks his runners. From the stretch, the pitch to Lopes. 2-6, grounder to short. Spires got it. Throws over to first to retire the side, and Caldwell gets out of it. So no runs, a hit, 2 left on. And at the end of 5, it's Giants 2, Dodgers nothing. Oh, that's good coffee. I got to tell you, I didn't believe it, but I bought one of those burr grinders. Other people have had them, and I always thought, what the hell is the difference? But I'm a believer. So if you like good coffee, I definitely recommend picking up a burr grinder. We move along to the 6th now with Mike Phillips to lead it off. Sutton stares in at Zorro. The windup and the pitch. 3-8 against the righty. Fly ball to right field. Crawford a few steps to his left and puts it away. Gary Maddox will be the batter now. Sutton into the windup, and here's the pitch to Maddox. 5-9, base hit. So Maddox is aboard, an ace stealer. He'll be held on, making him a 1-13. And that'll bring up Gary's on first. Steve Ontiveros, the batter. Beg my pardon. Sutton from the stretch and the pitch to Ontivero. 1-3 against the righty. He hits him. Oh my. Sutton with a bout of wildness here. Puts runners on first and second with one out. And brings up Gary Matthews. Sutton from the stretch and the pitch to Matthews. 6-10 against the righty. Catcher's card X. That's a 3. Or rather, Ferguson's a 3. The roll is a 12. It's a passed ball followed by a foul out. So the runners will advance to second and third on the play. Matthews pops out. And with 2 away, Gary Thomason's the batter. Sutton checks his runners, and from the stretch, the pitch to Thomason. 5-8, double into the left field gap. That'll score 2. Here comes Maddox, here comes Ontiveros, and it's 4-0 Giants on a ringing double by Gary Thomason. Still 2 away, and Spire steps in. Sutton from the stretch now. The pitch to Spire. 3-9 against the righty. Grounder to third. Say has it. Across to first. And that'll retire the side. But 2 more in for the Giants on 2 hits. They leave a man. And it's 4-0 Giants. Mike Caldwell, I tell you, Mike Caldwell's got to be the star of this game so far. He's pitching a shutout. He's doubled in 2 of the 4 runs. Bashorek will lead it off for Los Angeles. Caldwell set now, the windup and the pitch. 3-8 against the left-hander. He struck him out. That's 5 Ks now for Caldwell. And we'll bring up Jim Wynn. Caldwell, the veteran lefty, ready now. The windup and the pitch to 2-4. Fly ball to center field. That's Maddox. Drifts a couple of steps and puts it away for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Say. Caldwell winds and deals on the pitch to Say. 3-6 against the lefty. Grounder to short. Spire ranging to his left. Scoops it up. Fires across to Thomason to retire the side. So 3 up, 3 down for Mike Caldwell. And after 6 complete, it's San Francisco 4, Los Angeles nothing. All right, Sutton's ready now. Ferguson flashing the signs, the windup, and the pitch to Dave Reagan. 2-7 against the right-hander. Pop up, right side. Garvey calling for it. And there's 1 away. And that will bring up Mike Caldwell, the pitcher. Sutton into the windup now, and the pitch to Caldwell. 3-4, ball 4, he walks him. So Sutton's having a lot of trouble with Caldwell today. Caldwell jogs down to first, asks for the jacket. He's having a little chat with his first base coach as Bobby Bonds steps in. Jim Brewer and Mike Marshall begin to warm in the Dodger pen. Sutton's fatigue inning is 7. We are in the 7th. Sutton from the stretch, the pitch to Vaughn. 5-9 against the righty. Base hit, 2-base advance. So single into right for Bonds. Caldwell chugs into third, and there's runners on the corners and 1 away. Ferguson out to the mound. Russell comes in. They're having a conference. Looks like Sutton's going to pitch to Phillips. First and third, 1 out. Infield at double play depth, and here's the pitch. That's a 4-11 against the lefty. Left field X. That's Pashorek. He's a 2. And the roll is a 6. He makes the play. And runners have to hold. Well, that's a break. So that goes down at 7X, and there's 2 away. And we'll bring up Gary Maddox. Ferguson flashing some signs. Sutton looking over at Bonds, and now from the stretch comes to Maddox. 3-4, grounder to shortstop. Russell scoops it up. Fires across to retire the side. So no runs a hit, 2 left. And it's still 4-0 Giants. Caldwell coming out for the 7th. We're going to take a short break for the 7th inning stretch. All right, and we are back. Okay, we go to the bottom of the 7th now. Giants up 4-0. Caldwell gets the sign from Ryder, and here's the pitch to Gardner. 1-8 against the lefty. Grounder to short, that's Spire. He's got it, and throws across, 1 away. Willie Crawford steps in. Caldwell winds and deals. 2-10. Ball 4. He lost him. So Crawford down to first on the base on balls. And that'll bring up Joe Ferguson. Caldwell looks over at Crawford. And from the stretch, the pitch to Ferguson. 3-6. Double 1 through 8. We've got an 11. It's a single 2-base advance. So a base hit by Ferguson, rather. Crawford takes third. And we have runners on the corners with 1 away. Caldwell sailing up to this point, and now the Giants will have some activity in their bullpen. Randy Moffett and Jim Barr are getting loose. Bill Russell steps in. First and third, 1 away. Caldwell from the stretch. 1-10 against the lefty. Double on a 1. The roll's a 20. Single 2-base advance. So that'll score Crawford. Ferguson's into third. And And here comes Charlie Fox. That's going to be all for Caldwell. The only question is Randy Moffett or Jim Barr. Let's see if there's any preference for either Moffett or Barr out there. In the meantime, let's get the line on Caldwell. He goes 6 1/3. Gave up 2, 3, 4, 6 hits. No runs yet. 2 runners on are his responsibility. He walked 2 and struck out 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's going to be Jim Barr. So Jim Barr will be coming in to pitch for the Giants. Barr mainly a starting pitcher that year, but he did pitch in this game in relief in real life. So we're going to go with that. Sutton, who looked shaky after 7, his day is also going to be done as he's going to be removed for a pinch hitter. The crowd goes crazy as fan favorite Manny Mota has been announced as the pinch hitter. Sutton goes 7 innings. Allowed 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. 4 runs. He walked 1. He hit a batter. He walked 2 and hit a batter. Struck out 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. So Manny Mota will be the batter now, facing Jim Barr. 1st and 3rd. 1 away. 4-0 Giants. Barr from the stretch and the pitch to Mota. 3-7 struck him out. Put Mota in there. So that's 2 down and brings up Lopes. Barr from his stretch now, and whoops, we got a dice down again. Oh my goodness. There's nothing like an old man crawling around on the floor to find a dice. All right, we're set now. Barr from the stretch and the pitch to Lopes. That's a 1-7 to the righty. Ball 4, he walks him. That's going to load the bases. So Lopes down to first. Russell moves over to second. And with the bases full, we'll have a hitter for Pashorek. Against the right-handed pitcher, Pashorek started against Caldwell and went 0 for 3. And the platoon left fielder, Bill Buckner, is going to be coming in to bat for Pashorek, and he'll stay in the game and play left field. So bases loaded, 2 down, Barr versus Buckner. Barr from the stretch and the pitch to Buckner. 6-5, fly to median deep center. Maddox is there and puts it away to retire the side. So the Dodgers leave him loaded in the bottom of the 7th. 2 hits, 3 left. And at the end of 8, San Francisco 4, Los Angeles nothing. The Dodgers will need a new pitcher. Who's that going to be? Who pitched in this game for real? It was Brewer. So we're going to stick with that. We're going to bring Jim Brewer in to pitch for the Dodgers. Ontiveros, Matthews, and Thomason due up for the Giants. All right. Brewer's ready now as Ontiveros steps in. The switch hitter now batting right-handed against Brewer. The windup on the pitch. 3-11, ball 4, he walks him. So Ontiveros leads off with a walk. No threat to steal. And Gary Matthews steps in. Brewer from the stretch, and the pitch to Matthews. 3-10 against the lefty. Fly to median deep left. Buckner's there. He's got it, and there's one away. That'll bring up Gary Thomason, the first baseman. Brewer from the stretch, pitch to Thomason. 5-11, struck him out. Screwball, swung on and missed. And with 2 down, Chris Spire, the batter. Spire was a good shortstop. He only hit .250 that year. He did have 9 home runs, which may not sound like a big deal, but that was quite a bit for a shortstop in 1974. Brewer ready and delivers. 4-8, base hit on a 1, roll is a 19. That is a line drive caught by Lopes. So Brewer was fairly effective, a walk, no hits, a man left. We go to the bottom of the 8th, the score is still 4-0. Jim Wynn set to lead things off here in the bottom of the 8th. Barr's ready now. Gets the sign from Rader, the windup, and the pitch to Wynn. 4-10 against the righty. Liner speared by Spire. Oh my, what a play. And that'll bring up Ron Say. Barr from the windup, delivers. 5-8 against the righty. That's shortstop X. That's also Spire. He's a 2. The roll is an 18, and he makes the play. So 2 away quickly here in the 8th, and Garvey's the batter. Barr looking in, gets his sign. The windup and the pitch. 6-5 against the right-hander. Fly ball to center. Maddox back a few steps and puts it away. So an easy 1-2-3 inning for Jim Barr. And we go to the 9th. Brewer and Rader. Let's check something here. Who was the Giants' other catcher that year? They had a right-handed catcher. Yeah, but he doesn't throw well. Better off to stick with Rader here, I think. Okay, Rader's going to bat. Get this over here a little more where we can see it. Okay, we're set now. Rader to lead it off. Brewer the windup and the pitch. 5-3 to the lefty. That's left field X. Buckner's a 1. The roll is a 10, and he makes the catch. The With a 4-0 lead, Barr is going to hit for himself. He's pitching well enough. He wants to stay in the game. The pitch to 2-6 struck him out. And with 2 away, that'll bring up Bobby Bonds. Brewer into the windup now, and the pitch to Bonds. 4-10. That's third base X. Say is a 2. The roll is a 6, and he makes the play. That goes as 5-3. 1-2-3 inning for Brewer. We go to the bottom of the 9th. The Giants 4, the Dodgers nothing. The Dodgers will have Crawford, Ferguson, and Russell here in the bottom of the 9th. Barr says he's ready now. Gets the sign from Rader. And here's the pitch to Crawford. 2-7 against the righty. Base hit just out past the outstretched glove of Phillips. Let's look at that again. 2-7 righty, single to 14, and the roll is a 10. Yep, he just squeaked it in there. So Crawford with a leadoff single, and that'll bring up Ferguson. Randy Moffett throwing just in case. Barred from the stretch, and the pitch to Ferguson. 2-7 struck him out. So Barr K's Ferguson with 1 down. That'll bring up Russell. Barr takes a look over at Crawford. From the stretch, the pitch to Russell. 1-8 against the righty. Triple to 7. It's a 17, so that'll be a single with a 2-base advance. So Crawford steams into third on the single by Russell, and we'll have to have a pinch hitter now for Brewer. Brewer worked 2 innings. Didn't allow a hit. He walked 1. Struck out 2. So that's all for Brewer. Let's see who the batter is going to be. It's also 2 hits against Barr, but he's got a relief endurance of 4. He finished the 7th. So he's only gone 1, and he's gone 2 innings, including the 3rd of an inning here. Who should bat? Lee Lacey's going to grab a bat. So Lacey to hit for Brewer. 1st and 3rd, 1 out. Lacey taking some time getting up there, so Barr steps back off the mound. Barr back up now, toes the rubber. Gets the sign from Rader. From the stretch, the pitch to Lacey. 2-6 right-handed. He struck him out. And the Dodgers are down to their last out. And that'll be Davey Lopes. You can go over there. Okay. Barr checks his runners. The sign. And the pitch to left. 2-5. Grounder to short. This is going to do it. Spires got it. Goes the easy way to Phillips. And that's the ball game. So, no runs, 2 hits, 2 left. And the final here, Giants 4, Dodgers nothing. Barr went 2 2/3, so Caldwell gets the win. Barr picks up a save. No, he actually doesn't. You got to go 3 for that, and he had a 4-run lead. Scratch that, no save. Sutton takes the loss. Barr was very good out of relief. He came in, he walked a batter, I don't think he allowed a hit. No, he didn't. No hits, a walk. Struck out 3. So a very effective pitching performance from both giant hurlers today. Caldwell, absolutely dominant for 6 innings, seemed to fatigue a bit in the 7th. Then Barr came in with 2 2/3 inning of hitless relief to close the door. So your totals are the Giants had 4 runs on 7 hits, no errors. The Dodgers 0 runs on 6 hits, no errors. And that's your final here today from Dodger Stadium on April 19th, 1974, as the San Francisco Giants defeat the Los Angeles Dodgers 4-0. Thanks for tuning in. Join me tomorrow for the second game of the series. It'll be a little bit later tomorrow as I have some doctor issues to deal with in the afternoon. I'm going to tentatively schedule a 5 o'clock start for tomorrow's game. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe if you like this. Want to see some more? I've got a pretty good idea for a full season replay coming up. I'll probably announce that before tomorrow's game, or at least during this series. Anyway, this is Aqualung wishing you all a pleasant good evening.